The 2025 NFL Draft fewer than 3 weeks away at the end of this month in April. And we are very excited now on this Friday morning on the early line on SportsGrid to be joined by Oregon offensive lineman Marcus Harper II. Joining us bright and early, even before 7 a.m. local time in Eugene, Oregon. Marcus, we appreciate the time as always, man. Excited to talk about your preparation and process getting ready for the NFL Draft.
Man, appreciate you guys for having me on. And early morning does not disturb me at all, man. Not at all.
It is part of the work ethic that has made Marcus Harper II one of the best interior O-linemen in all of college football. I'm going to read some stats right now, and Marcus, get your reaction. In the 2024 college football season, 376 pass blocking snaps, 0 sacks allowed. 2023, 432 pass blocking snaps, 0 sacks allowed. 2022 campaign, 343 pass blocking snaps and 0 sacks allowed. Do you know which stats these stats belong to which player in college football, Marcus?
That sounds like a resume built for Big Mark. That's all 3 years of his career, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is exactly the 3 years for Marcus Harper II as the starter along that offensive line for Oregon. So, Marcus, tell us, what does it take in that mentality to make sure you are protecting the most prized possession in football, that being the quarterback?
Well, one, you got to take pride in what you do. I take a lot of pride in making sure that my quarterback is upright and making sure he can do it and fulfill his duty at the best of his to the best of his ability. Ever since I got inserted in the lineup 3 years ago, I told myself, like, man, I don't want to be a guy that's hit wonder. I like doing my job at a high level, and I like winning. I like my quarterback throwing touchdowns. So if that resulted in me, going 3 years and keeping him upright, no matter who's behind me, so be it. You know what I'm saying? And I take pride in making sure that that's a squeaky clean resume and continue doing my job at a high level.
I mean, that's it, man. Protecting the quarterback, the way to do it. But I want to get into the real important things. Back in the 1990s, when I was rummaging through Division III football, look good, play good, be clean out in the field. The Oregon Ducks, the cleanest uniforms in the history of sports. How do you have so many combinations? And the swag must have been available out there with Nike.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it was all about making sure my drip was consistent. I've seen a lot of different things. I've seen a lot of different things in Saturdays in them locker rooms, and I'm like, man, I can't do it. So I needed to make sure I had a consistent drip, something that worked for me. It still fit into the mold of like what I would like to do, but it wasn't all the extra bands and everything. No, I gotta go play, dog. I'm not trying to third quarter. I'm not trying to go get Mason Graham, and I gotta deal with like a sweaty forearm band and then throw that off to the side, dog.
That's perfect.
So, Marcus, 3 years as a full-time starter along the interior of that O-line for Oregon, but you spent all 5 years of your collegiate career with the Ducks. That's a rarity in this new climate and new era of collegiate sports. What about Eugene kept you at Oregon the entire time you were playing college football?
Yeah, it was a family appeal, and honestly, I didn't find any other place in the country where I wanted to go and wanted to dominate. I knew I could set stone here in Oregon and do my thing. And like I said, I did that. So why go anywhere else?
Going into the NFL here, we know the preparation certainly is going to be tough. What have you learned on your journey to take that elevation to the next step for you here?
Yeah, just do everything. It's a job now. Everything beforehand was, whatever you did before, just times it by 10. So I'm getting with my trainers down here in Texas here soon, and we're going to, work the script, and, I'll be ready.
So you think of it very much as a job interview for whatever NFL franchise is lucky enough to draft Marcus Harper II to have him anchor that O-line. What are they getting in Marcus Harper II, the football player and the person?
Yeah, confident, dominant. I'm going to do it at a high level, and I'm going to do it with a smile from time to time. That's something I pride myself on. I'm going to do everything with confidence. And if I don't have the answers, I'm going to make sure I figure out someone who does have the answer that I'm looking for. And then on the occasional off the field, I'm going to do it with a smile too. Like, this is a child's game with a king's ransom. We work too hard to not enjoy ourselves and not have fun. You get a leader. You get someone who's going to hold himself to a higher standard than everyone else. And I'm going to do that through and through. So, I mean, the best thing that you need in the offensive line room is a leader and someone who's going to, dominate from first snap to last snap while he's out there on that field. So that's what Marcus Harper II is.
And you can see that personality off the field.
Yes,
the host of the Big Mark Show Marcus, when your long NFL playing career is done, if you want a spot at the SportsGrid Network, you talk to DRS or myself. We'll get
Early
you one, my friend. I
risers.
can guarantee that.
Early risers.
We
Let's do
appreciate
it.
the time here on this Friday. Best of luck as you get ready for the NFL draft, and have a great weekend. Hour number 3 on the early line comes way up next.